But I think the open man is going to be perhaps the most critical element when it comes to late game situations.
Chris, you guys got a bit of a unique experience with the Spain trip, and you didn't go to work earlier. Based on that and what you've seen from the guys, what are you most excited about with this team as you head into the start of practice and the season?
You know, I think just kind of getting to learn about what we can do on the floor, which sometimes you don't fully know that until you play a schedule. Now we'll know that pretty early, given who we play and some the challenges we have early. But I think just getting to know this group, I think we're anxious to see how the personalities mesh. They really do like each other, and as of now, they like the coaches. That'll change in a couple of weeks, but they do like each other, and we've enjoyed coaching them. But I think just kind of seeing what may be the potential of this group.
Chris, every time we talked to you this summer, it seemed like you were going 100 miles an hour on the recruiting trail. Was there ever, you got a lot of good news too, but was there ever a point that it settled down for you? Did you get any chance to catch your breath at all?
This off season has been good, just because we did as a family get a chance to settle in a little bit. But I think the pressure was, we certainly felt the pressure as a staff to have a really good put together, a good recruiting class, another really good recruiting class. So you're never fully at rest when you certainly feel that pressure. But it's been good. It's been good to be around the city and spend more time here. We've gotten to know a few more people, and certainly feel it a little bit different place than what we did last summer. But it was an incredibly busy off season. I said this all along. My wife says every time in the fall, I've never seen you work this hard. She's literally said it for the last 2 years. It's just what happens. It's the nature of the beast. And I'm super excited about kind of where our recruiting is headed, and hopefully we can continue to do that well.
Chris, Micah said that he worked all summer with that goal of trying to be able to play some at the 4 and stay on the floor at the 5 when you get snow.
Sure.
Thinks he's there. It's up to the coaches, obviously. From what you've seen, do you think he's going to be able to handle those issues?
Are you talking about the 4 or playing?
Both.
Yeah, I think.
His agility.
Yeah, I don't know that. Listen, it's time will tell on that, and are there times where we could potentially play that lineup? Sure, but I'm not sure that in today's game that's going to be a way we're going to be able to play for extended periods effectively. I do think there perhaps are some teams where you can go that route, but there are too many teams that are playing spread offensive systems that really require tremendous kind of foot speed and agility and great ball. Our ball screen defense in general needs to get better, but I do think there's some lineups where we'll take a look at that.
And what are you looking at? Caleb said he's never been at less body fat than he has now. His weight is still. His goal is to play 30 minutes again. How much would you like?
Did you ask the other guys what their goal in terms of minutes per game was? Because I would love to know that. We'll total it up, and then we'll see how realistic that is. All right, we'll share it with them.
I mean, with his talent that you just said, he might be your go-to guy. So how often would you like to see him?
I think we'd love to see him play. He's going to definitely play more than, I think he played around 21 minutes last year. That's definitely going to get increased as long as he can do what we're expecting him to do. But he's worked hard to put himself in position to be more conditioned, and I think just having a year under his belt will help that. But I wouldn't want to put necessarily a number on it. But I will tell you that his minutes will significantly increase, and I think that as teams will try to attack him as they did last year in terms of ball screen situations, and they'll try to be really physical with him. So Caleb's done a good job trying to bring some variety to his game, which I think is important. As I mentioned, he's gonna shoot more threes and play a little bit more out on the floor, because I think that's important for our team and important for him too. But he's in good shape right now, and I think he can take another level in terms of his conditioning. I really do. I just got a report this afternoon from our strength coach that he had dropped 2% on body fat. So he's made good strides, and we got to keep moving in that direction. We're not quite there yet. 32 games by any stretch, maybe not even 20 games. And I think our guys are just going to have to understand that that's, guys get caught up in the starting lineups, and that's. I just don't know that we have a team where you could say right now this is the 4 starters that are definitely going to. So I do think there's going to be potentially 7, 8 guys, 9 guys, maybe as many 9 guys that could rotate in and out of a starting lineup, and that's good for us. I think having flexibility in our lineup is good. Last year we were able to finish the game. We weren't necessarily small, but it was a versatile lineup for us late in a lot of games. I don't know that we necessarily have that this year. It helped us a lot late in games, but that's where guys like Caleb and Micah and Jay are going to have to be good at finishing games out in those positions.
When you think back to last year, like you said, you didn't necessarily know in some cases what some guys were going to give you, but you kind of knew, like, there was a little bit of a pecking order in a way. Kata had been through things, JT had been through things. It seems like maybe it might be a little more nuance to it this year. Is there less separation between players on the roster this year compared to last year?
Sure.
And how does that challenge you as a coach, and how do you have to sort of massage egos and all the things that would come with that, where it's not clear cut, this guy's clearly better than you. There's a lot of it.
Yeah, no, that's a good. I said earlier, I don't know if you heard it. I think that this is our most challenging year as a coaching staff because of our early schedule and because of what you're talking about there. There is not necessarily there. I think there's a clear separation in terms of some of our guys that have some experience and were part of last year's team and that played important roles on last year's team. But beyond that, it's pretty wide open. So we have to figure out quickly what our strengths are as a team, how we feel like guys are playing, and what gives our team the best chance of winning, and what group that looks like. There are a lot of questions. And listen, that's what happens when you have, a team that has some turnover like we had, so or graduation like we had. So we're anxious to figure that out. We really are.
Who were the 5 that you went with down the stretch in Spain in that third game?
Oh, you're asking probing questions right now. You were trying to figure out you're trying to figure out who my opening day starting lineup was going to be. It's. Let me see if I can remember this.
You could always lie.
Yeah, I conveniently forget. We have a crack staff member in the back who may remember better than I do. He's hiding right now. Dan, do you remember who we finished with late in Game 3? I believe the lineup looked like
CJ and Key.
it was CJ, yes, Keyshawn. I believe it was Luther, Kyle, and no, excuse me. It was CJ, Key, Andre, Kyle, and Caleb, and then Luther was in that mix as well in a couple of those late possessions. But we're just talking about just late, couple minutes there.
Pretty good defensive lineup.
Yeah, that was a group that you'll learn you're alone. That's typically the direction I lean. Late in close games, I'm going to try to put our toughest team out there.
You said after you came back that you thought shooting could be a strength for this team. Was that something you saw in Spain, or is that you just think that from what the talent you
I think we might just have a few more guys. That's what I meant, because we may not have a guy that was the volume of a Kata, or maybe as accurate as Cam was. Both those guys were really accurate, and Kata was a high volume guy. What I do think is we could have a few more guys out on the floor that you would have to worry about behind the 3, including Caleb, who was mentioned, we'd like for his numbers to increase. That's what I meant. It's a few more guys on the floor where you have to worry about them behind the line.
With that many, with hopefully that many shooters, last year at times you struggled with a guard who could get in the lane and kick.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, number one, is Key that kind of guard, and number two, has CJ improved that part of his game?
CJ's gotten better in that area. I think Keyshawn can do it, but he does it a little bit more in a crafty way. It's not like he's going to be super explosive in terms of doing that, but he's got a really good feel. Keyshawn has a really, really good feel for the game and makes the right play most times. And then I think Luther's another guy that will be what we call him paint touch guys. Jay Sean Tate was the ultimate paint touch guy. He lived in the paint. We'd like to have a few of those guys on the floor most times. And Luther's another guy that can do that. And Joyne can do it a little bit as well at times.